Today we're reacting to star high school football player off after bullying another student over his seat. Now, this is crazy because it hits somewhat close to home. As my people know, I am from the DFW area, from Dallas. You know what I'm saying? I've lived all from down in Pleasant Grove all the way towards Plano line, where it's just a bit, right? Been in Frisco, like, listen, you know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to give y'all too many details, you feel me, of where, because, you know what I'm saying, I'm just not trying to get too much info. But this right here hits close to home. And it's kind of crazy, right? Seeing this and how it's unfolding. Let me not do too much talking. Let's just get into it and I'll yap into it.
Nobody wins when the family feels.
Some staff at Memorial High School in Frisco will remember a student stabbed.
This must be a new school. I had never heard of Memorial High School before when I was there. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I was there, I wasn't here, but I'm just saying, when I was in the DFW area where I was at, people weren't really dying. People was getting robbed, people was getting finessed, there's a lot of dope selling, there's a lot of you know what I'm saying, things like that. Like, you could get, you know, niggas was getting set up and but nobody was really dying. You know what I'm saying? Where I was at. You feel me? This is wild though. My bad.
To death at a track meet.
The victim's father says his son died in the arms of his twin brother.
High school community gathered tonight in grief after the stabbing death of a teenager at a track meet.
Another teenager, a student at Frisco Centennial, is now charged with the murder.
He was going to turn out to be a great individual and impact this world with positivity. Track, he was doing everything right. I was so proud. And his brother was holding him, trying to hold the blood in, and he passed. My son watched his brother die in his arms.
It's unclear how Anthony got the knife into the meat or what exactly led up to the fight. Anthony is now facing first-degree murder charges, and Jeff Metcalf,
It was the best weekend ever.
is only left with memories.
I was able to watch and be blessed so much. But having both my sons are amazing.
When Jeff Metcalf was diagnosed with cancer 9 years ago, his boys were his strength. Now cancer-free, it's his faith that's keeping him strong.
And when I kissed his forehead today, as his body was cold, I ran my fingers through his hair. I told him it's not goodbye. It's see you later. I'll join you at some point too, son. You just beat me to this place.
I feel like if I was talking to my grandmother about this situation, may she rest in peace, she'd quote, "That boy done lost his everlasting mind." Looking back at my experience in high school, it's a time when most of us feel like we grown, but in actuality, we not. If you played sports and you was the star, 9 times out of 10, you was the man in high school. In fact, most of us know this already. In high school, you got this thing called popularity. Now, I'll let you guys let me know how you feel about popularity. But what comes with that is habits at a very early age. For the ones that was popular, it seems it comes with a sense of entitlement that can, believe it or not, turn into a negative in your life later on down the line. And not all, but for some of the ones who was quote-unquote not popular, they can develop habits like jealousy and envy. And we all know, if that's not rectified at a very early age, that can hinder you from success later on down the line as well. And in this story, you got some people coming out saying this is a clear sign of jealousy, envy. But on the other hand, you have some people who say this was a young kid who lost his life after feeling entitled. Now, I'm not here to let you guys know how I feel, but I am here to present the facts and see what you guys believe this was at the conclusion. So before we go over this one, I want you guys to remember, I won't give you no angle. I just give you the story. So with that being said, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. We'll jump right to it. Fam, today we talk about 2 high school students. Both play football. In fact, they both play the same position, a linebacker. But one stand out more than the other. One of the students have D2 offers, which is still great. Look at people like Uncle Shannon Sharp, who went to Savannah State, which is a D2 college, but now is an NFL Hall of Famer. But the other have a little more upside. He's the MVP on his team and captain. In fact, he have D1 offers, with the chance to reach new heights he can only dream of. But after a nice day on the first week of April, at just 17 years old, both teenagers' lives will be cut short over a seat. Fam, today we go to Frisco, Texas, where a high school student is facing murder after Frisco police say he fatally stabbed a student during a confrontation at a high school track meet. The incident took place April 2nd, 2025 on Wednesday at QY Kendall Stadium at around 10 a.m. The victim was identified as Austin Metcalf. He had a twin brother and he was considered the oldest by 4 minutes. Austin was a junior at Memorial High School in Frisco, Texas. He was a linebacker for the football team. He was recently named MVP. He had a part-time job at Halo's Pizzeria. On the second day of April in 2025, Austin and his twin brother, Hunter Metcalf, decided to support the high school track team, which was at the stadium about 30 miles north of Dallas. Now, when the twins got to the stadium, they was looking for a tent that was meant for all high school students that went to Memorial High School. Now, when they got there, they noticed a kid who go by the name of Carmelo Anthony with the K sitting in the section. But he didn't go to Memorial High School. Carmelo went to Frisco Centennial High School. And according to Carmelo Anthony X account, he have a handful of scholarships from D2 schools. Now, as Carmelo was sitting under the tent that was intended for Memorial High School, he was approached by the twins when Austin Metcalf allegedly told Carmelo to get up out of his seat. But according to Hunter, who was Austin's twin brother, Carmelo allegedly responded, quoting, "Touch me and see what happened," end quote. But here's where things get tricky, fam. According to Hunter, his twin brother Austin had grabbed Carmelo's book bag, and shortly after, Carmelo had stabbed him. But
damn. I'm trying to see how I'm like trying to unfold this, right? Because I feel like we've all seen this type of altercation before. Not this specific thing, but you know, somebody that don't know somebody come up and try to press them on some, you know, you feel me? Hey, watch out, bro, get up. You know, watch out, or hey, da da da, or say something, and then the other nigga like, bro, stop playing with me, touch me, see what happens, see what happened, bro, see what happened, and it really stopped there, or depending, the nigga fire off on them, and then we getting down. But this nigga took it, instead of just firing off on him, he stabbed him.
according to Carmelo, Austin put his hands on him. Then he stabbed him. Now, unfortunately, after, Austin had lost his life in the hands of his twin brother after being transported to a local hospital. May he rest in peace. I love and condolences to his family. Now, at the time, Carmelo had left the knife on the scene and tried to run away. But he was apprehended shortly after and confessing, not allegedly, I stabbed him, but it was self-defense.
The kid was mad. My son is not here anymore, and I don't understand it.
Just tell me about what happened today.
I don't know. I got a phone call from Hunter. He was screaming that Austin had been stabbed. I was at work, and so I drove. I work in Grapevine, so I drove up to the hospital straight away. I actually beat the ambulance there. Yeah, I saw them have him come out. He was on a lot of machines, and it didn't take long for them to come in to say that he had passed. So, not sure, senseless act of a boy that was in the wrong tent, and my son doing the right thing by telling that boy that he needed to be removed from where he was, and just doesn't make any sense. I mean, that's just because the kid was mad, my son is not here anymore, and I don't understand it.
Tell me about Austin. What do you want people to know about your boy?
Oh, he was the most amazing kid. Oh, so smart. He had college football guys looking at him to play in college. His goal was to play in college. He just wanted to play football. His life was going to the gym and working out and being a leader on his football team. And he just had such ambitions and a drive that it's hard to find in a kid. And he's just such a good spirit, and so many kids loved him. And
this nigga threw his life away, stabbing this white dude. Why did he just not get up and fire off on this nigga? Cause again, like, we talking about something so little. Hey, get up on my seat. I'm sitting here, da da da. Right, school tent. Touch me and see what happened. Of course he not finna go and tell. Excuse me, he's sitting in my seat and he's not trying to get bitched on some like, oh come on, bro. We just gonna sit over at somewhere else. You know, it's egos at battle here, at you know, here. So he probably grabbed his bag. He probably even grabbed him. White boy probably even grabbed that nigga. But why did this nigga stab him? Why did he just not, get the fuck off me, ha ha, and we in here fighting now? And we get in trouble that way.
And his brother's.
Why did he
lost
stab
his best
him?
Friend.
They're twins, right?
Yeah, identical twins. Yeah.
They've been like,
They are the best of friends. Like, just, I'm so worried about my son because he's gonna have to face this world alone now because he had a brother that was with him the whole time, and now he's gonna have to do it alone. And I'm just so worried about him. I really am.
Was Hunter with Austin today?
He was. They made him go away when they were doing CPR on him, but he was there when he was stabbed, and he was holding, I guess, the wound to keep it from. He was trying to save his brother, but I think he said he saw when he took his last breath, and before the CPR came back in. So, for what I heard, he was unresponsive for 5 minutes. They were able to revive him a little, but I think it was too little, too late.
What can the community do for your family?
They need to support the kids at the school. Austin was loved by so many people. They need to know that there's other people out there for them and not against them, you know. And Frisco Memorial has got a football program it's in a process, and we want everybody to know that it's a family and they're there together. So, but just to put your arms wrap around the support. Says Hunter. Did you want to talk to him?
Oh, man.
I'm so sorry for your loss.
Thank you.
I'm so sorry.
This is one of them big white boys. They big and they both was big and white. Okay, I know them
Good
type.
kid. We just got a little altercation, and that's really it. But he has a good heart. Everyone knows. Everyone around here knows he's a great kid. He just one mistake from that dude, and just took my brother. He didn't deserve it. No one deserves a loss from a family like that.
I don't feel like he deserved to get stabbed. It was just a little altercation. I was a little skeptical right there. It's a little altercation, you know?
Family members all the time, but I just didn't know it was gonna be mine so soon. I'm my best friend and my brother my whole life, but if y'all could just like, not y'all, sorry. Just like thank y'all for just comforting us, and like the Frisco area has been comforting my family and me, and I just really appreciate everything that everyone's done. It's a really hard loss, but we're gonna get through it with my family, so we'll just stay together. I mean, our relationship is really the tightest I've ever seen in somebody, like between two human beings. I mean, we did everything together, clean the dishes together, do the artwork together, sports. You name anything in the world, it's always us two and one thing. So you're always just basically one person.
You guys just a few minutes apart?
4 minutes.
Mm-hmm. Austin was first by 4 minutes. He got stuck in me.
So technically your bigger brother.
Yes, ma'am. He does a lot of big brother stuff around. He's always on my back. Even if I'm in the wrong, he'll always take my side no matter what. So it's just really heartbreaking to see someone that cares for you that much and does everything even by your side no matter what, just pass away like that.
Mm-hmm. Your mom told me that you were there.
Yes, ma'am.
If you don't mind, what happened?
Come on, man.
This kid.
Don't do
I know
this.
his name now. This kid was sitting under our tent at track. We asked him to move. He started getting aggressive and talking reckless. And my brother stepped in and said, "You need to move." He's like, "Make me move." Austin grabbed his backpack. The kid, I tried to whip around as fast as I could, but I didn't see the stab. But then I look at my brother, and then
Got this nigga reliving this shit.
So
Yeah.
just that's just what I saw. And I tried to help him, but
It was just senseless.
Yeah,
It was
very,
really
very,
senseless, really.
very much so senseless. I'm telling you, I know. I can just envision how this happened. He probably came to him, like, I know they probably come to him on those hostile shit, like too hostile. It was just like, nigga, you telling me to move? Like, hey, can you get up on my, like, even however it was. But, and then the dude, he fired off so quick. Fuck you. You know what I'm saying? What's up? And then they got with him. I'm telling you, I feel like I could see what this looks like.
I don't know why a person would do that to someone just over that little argument. It's just crazy in this world nowadays how people just up and do that. Like, that man has a family. That man has people that care about them all the time, and he
did not warrant that.
For our family too. He was a strong man. He was a strong kid. I was strong, and I know I'm strong too, but he's a little stronger. But he did a lot for our family and a bunch of stuff that we just don't recognize. And it's just like, especially throughout our friends too, like everyone knew, like, he was the peacemaker. That's what I'm saying. Like, heard someone who really makes peace, really calms peace down. He makes everything sail smoothly. And because I get upset, but then he calms me down. It's just.
I need to hear this nigga mama.
It's really heartbreaking to see like how this happened.
Oh my goodness. And you guys are how old are you?
17.
17.
Yeah, they'll be 18 in July.
I saw a lot of articles say you guys were 16. I wasn't sure.
Yeah, they're 17.
Yes, ma'am.
Junior?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Austin wanted to play football.
He would have played college football.
He would have. For sure.
He definitely used his mindset, his skill level, his IQ with the game was probably the best I've seen in the Frisco area.
Yeah.
As a linebacker, he was a stud, and I always try to fill those shoes with him and play with him. And I had a blast my whole life playing sports.
Okay, let me hear about this nigga right here, man.
At 17 years old, he was charged with first-degree murder as an adult, with this bond being set at $1 million.
He's in Collin County right now.
But after 2 days, Carmelo's family had went to Facebook to speak up on his behalf.
Yeah, what is this about? Yeah. Let me see what this is about right here. Here we go. Cause, all right.
About Carmelo, let's set the record straight. Enough with the misinformation. Let's talk about facts. 1. It's normal for all students from different schools to gather under another school's tent.
I'd imagine it's like, you cannot be under this tent, even if they do enforce that. It's probably not enforced too much. Like, okay.
Carmelo had friends there. He wasn't trespassing or looking for trouble. 2nd, the claim that one of the twins had never seen Carmelo before, a blatant lie. 3, no student has the right to remove another student from a school-owned tent.
This is true as well, but this is true as well. There's truths here.
The school owns the tent, not the twins. 4, Carmelo is a track athlete. The twins are not. He wasn't even expecting to see them there. Now here's what they don't want you to know. The twins didn't just ask him to leave. They tried to jump him. Before attacking him, they tried to take his belongings, broke his phone, and stomped on it. The twins are known bullies. So ask yourself, if 200-plus attackers
they look big
came
too.
at your child, what would you expect them to do? And yet, despite everything, the media is trying to destroy Carmelo's name. They keep posting a picture of him with an airsoft gun, not even a real firearm, to manipulate the public perception. Why? Because they want to paint him as a criminal instead of a victim. Let's talk about who Carmelo really is. A respectful, well-mannered young man, a 4.0 student with multiple college offers, a kid with 0 criminal history, not even a blemish, a son raised in a loving home by parents who taught them right from wrong. A life was lost, and that is tragic. But what's also tragic is the way the media is twisting the story to fit their own agenda. Carmelo defended himself against violent aggressors. This is not a crime. Do not let the media race bait you. Do not let them manipulate the facts. Justice will prevail.
Okay. So with this, you know, other information on the other side, he's telling his people, and you know, we haven't heard no witnesses, no doubt, and there's plenty of them. We're hearing 2 different stories from from teenagers, right? Because I'm saying this teenager told his mama or whatever. We hear he say he grabbed his bag, told him to move, and he just got up and stabbed this nigga. That's why I'm like, why would he just get up and just stab him? Why would he just steal off? They jump, they breaking phones, they are known bullies. And they haven't seen him before. But they're saying that he's seen him before. It's curious to see. 200 plus, they was trying to jump him, huh? I feel like this will be unfolded. We'll get some more info on this soon because there's just too many witnesses. There's definitely girls around. There's other niggas around for sure. I know. That being said, man, y'all let me know what y'all think, bro. Like the video, sub up, comment up, Benjamin, Richardson, channel. I love you. I appreciate your great help, man. We gone. ADD, let do it.